Doesn't it feel rewarding when all of the shorts, the negative Nancy's, the trolls, the demonic animals, the fake analysts were coming out and saying it's cash burn, it's not a buy, that even though we are not college educated with business or finance, somehow we had the vision to see where this company is going, and this is just the beginning. Doesn't it feel good, guys, that we held with diamond hands and we kept buying, not just holding? Doesn't it feel good?
Today we're on a static preview event of the Onvo L60. We can only show you the exterior footage today, but in a separate room we've been allowed into the interior. I have touched the interior materials, albeit it's not the final spec, to give you a preview. I cannot overemphasize the importance of this car to Neo. At the front, it has more complex shapes than you might think for a $29,000 car, that be. The rear of the car is more successful. It has a semi-muscular shoulder. The tail light is simple and calls back to the flick up of the headlight. Overall, considering its massive interior room, which I'll get to in a moment, it's a B+ design. Generally, you can always make a car more beautiful if you sacrifice space, but that's just not an option for this car. I have sat in the car, but no footage was allowed, so you're going to have to just take my words for it. It has a 17.3-inch horizontal screen, a feature which a lot of people have asked about Neo products for a long time, and it's slightly bigger than a Model Y screen. It does not have an instrument display, but it does have heads-up display. Again, something Model Y doesn't have. If you look close enough, you can spot the inevitable drop in material choices compared to the much more expensive Neo main brand, but it's still much better than the very basic Tesla interior. It has a much bigger rear cabin. Both legroom and headroom are very generous. It has to be said that the Model Y's rear cabin is not exactly small, but it doesn't have the powered adjustable seatback. The Onvo L60 doesn't have a frunk. Yeah, that's a disappointment. It kind of matches the Model Y in rear underfloor storage. The space underneath the floor is just enough for a 20-inch carry-on suitcase. The only thing I'm not so sure on the exterior design is the same thing I've mentioned in the first look video, is this bonnet shutline. This frontal image is less successful than the rear design, but this shutline, in my opinion, overcomplicates the front facial language in a very unhelpful way. I've mentioned this to the designer and also to other fellow journalists at this test. It seems to be I'm the only one who's really bothered with this. Leave your comments down below. Am I making something out of nothing? Does this bother you as well? I think it's one of those things that once you notice it, you cannot unsee. There are many things you can criticize about Tesla's products. It doesn't have the best manufacturing quality, the panel gaps, it's not the most comfortable, it doesn't have the most sophisticated interior, it's also not the quietest. But Tesla has always been the king of the hill when it comes to efficiency. That is until this one. The Onvo L60 roughly is the same size as the Tesla Model Y, and it's on the same capacity battery, 60 kilowatt hour LFP battery. And this under the CLTC cycle is rated at 12.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometer. The Tesla Model Y China spec single motor rear wheel drive standard range model also has the 60 kilowatt hour battery, is rated at 12.3. Now that could be a very small thing or a breakthrough moment if you think Tesla is always unbeatable on energy efficiency. This is on the 800 volt platform. It's single motor rear wheel drive. It's got slightly better aero efficiency than the Tesla Model Y. So yes, after so many years, finally, we have a car that beats the Model Y on efficiency. However, I need to emphasize this is under the Chinese CLTC cycle. Tesla Model Y, being an American brand, is primarily optimized for the American EPA cycle. It could be that this car is only more efficient than the Model Y under the CLTC cycle, which is a more low-speed biased test cycle. Tesla Model Y could still have an edge on this car in terms of efficiency under the more high-speed biased American EPA cycle. That we have to find out maybe October, November time when this Onvo L60 is in its full production form to find out. We're filming this on May the 12th. which is 3 days before the press conference. At this moment, we don't know about the pricing, but we're guessing this car to be around $29,000 starting price with the base 60 kilowatt hour battery. So this car undercuts the Model Y in China by about 10%. It's cheaper, it's got a better interior, more space, slightly more efficient, but...
So, hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Niche. And as usual guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. What has just happened has caused me to do a second video. Of course, we were all anticipating this, and my God, it feels good. On International Family Day today, it just happened, NIO officially unveiled its sub-brand aimed at families, the Lion, Onvo. The sub-brand is named Onvo, and the pre-sale price of its first model, a mid-size family SUV, starts at 219,900 RMB, which is 30,000 RMB lower than the Tesla Model Y. We did not even factor in battery as a service yet. So they're talking about $30,000, but they did not factor in battery as a service yet, which will bring it even lower. Customers can currently deduct 6,000 RMB off the vehicle price again if by placing a 2,000 RMB deposit, which locks them in, while delivery starts in the third quarter of this year. The model features 900 high voltage architecture. Boom, boom, boom. How you like them apples? With a CLTC energy efficiency of, this is the crazy part, 92.3% and the world's lowest drag coefficient of 0.229 for a production SUV. My God. Guys, this is why Emperor Lee was saying they had a body design that was prettier than this one, but he wanted the family to have cost cutting. They said the aerodynamic enables the L60 to achieve an energy consumption of 12.1 kilowatt per 100 kilometers. And I quote, L60 will provide mainstream family users with vehicle experiences of premium quality, the brand stated in the release. Let me say that again. The L60 will provide mainstream family users with vehicle experiences of premium quality, the brand stated in the release. Alan Ai, teaching former vice president of marketing at Disney and general manager for WeWork in China, will lead Onvo's operations. Remember, he was in charge of Disney. Joining him is Raul Pierce, who takes the role of vice president of design of the sub-brand. So, AI said that new strategic business has been instrumental in preparing for the launch of what was initially known as Alps, the code name for Onvo. And I spoke in the other, the video that I just put out not long ago about Pierce and him working for Italia Design and for Rolls-Royce, etc., etc. So the president of the brand, Alan Ai, said that Onvo is on a mission to create a better family life. And the L60 will accompany its users to explore the world, celebrating happiness on every journey. Earlier today, Emperor Lee announced on the NIO app that brand users who purchase the Onvo L60 will receive an additional 30,000 points upon delivery, while ES8 Founder Edition users will receive 50,000 points upon delivery. So we are showing that our premium brand also gets sales, guys. Teaching joined NIO in July 2021 as vice president for the new strategic business, as reported by Evie on May 10, 2022. Teaching role was clear from the first day, preparing for the launch of what was then known as Alps, the codenamed sub-brand. Imagine when we unleash this lion in Australia this year, possibly England and France. Buckle your seatbelts, dear lads. We are getting ready to make significant money with this company. when we release Firefly next year, and so many of our other sub-brands. Remember when the trolls were saying, oh, y'all are not putting out cars, even though we were outselling the premium brands? What do you think will happen now with our sub-brands? Will we be outselling Xiaomi like Emperor Lee said? Put it in the comments. And when we unleash Firefly, what do you guys think will happen? The shorts are done. They can contact me. Here in America, we have Home Depot, where I can go and buy some rope for them. I will sell some shares to get them the rope so they can take care of themselves properly. I hope you guys found this video to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, do not forget to hit that thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are actually waking up the middle class to get a piece of the pie. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.